Personal. Personal. This is perhaps the hardest part of the morning. I know a few of you did not like me naming names 3 minutes ago. I get that. But I had to if I was going to be faithful to the text. And here's why. Please notice that Paul does not pronounce his anathema, his get rid of it, silence it, devote it to destruction. Please notice that he doesn't pronounce it on the gospel itself, on the content, on the words. He pronounces his curse on the false teacher himself. Twice he says, let him be accursed. In other words, when a peddler, when a charlatan, when a sneak, when a wolf sneaks into the body of Christ, Paul wants them cut off, banned. False gospels don't just fly in, on thin air. They come off of the lips and from the voice boxes of liars. And those liars need to be silenced. Or maybe this will help if I go back to my analogy at the beginning. Imagine if my doctor, who was easygoing until he found the cancer, had sat in his office and looked at the results of the screening of the mole on my head and said nothing at all to me about it. And imagine if I came back year after year, 40, 41, 42, 43, and I'm like, hey, this thing is like getting redder and bigger, and it's kind of weird right now. Looks like Australia. Should we be doing something? And he just said, no, you're fine. You're good. That thing's normal. It's no big deal. And then that cancer sent me to my death. And now imagine that same skin doctor did that for hundreds or thousands of patients in Malden who were diagnosed with that skin disease and sent them all to his death. What would justice look like right there? What would love for future melanoma people look like right there? To do what? Come on, you know the answer. To anathema that doctor. To shut him down. To remove his license and to end his practice and potentially to put him in jail. Oh, that's personal. Exactly. That's all Paul is saying. If there is anyone who is coming and preaching a gospel that's going to drag you and your soul to death, that's going to rob from you the joy of the gospel of grace, I want them silenced. I want them anathemaed. I want them put away. That's fierce, but that's also loving.